we need to think of a new advert for freebets.com.
Get your best betting offers from freebets.com.
Yeah, that'll do.
The following deals are now live.
Matt Lenihan Boxing Social in association with freebets.com, Ford's Irish Stout, Empire Fight Store, ready to fight. And finally, we're here, world champion Natasha Jonas in the Rotunda gym. Well, a lot of things started for you. You hear you got Mikaela Mayer this week, next weekend, coming up. Huge fight for you. How are you feeling anyway, first of all?
Yeah, I feel good. Home of champions, and that's what we continue to do and breed.
Absolutely. You had a good Christmas, good New Year, ready to fire through. Was it difficult having that period, knowing obviously this fight was coming up?
I mean, we're always making sacrifices. That's just a part and parcel of being an elite athlete. But it was a little bit different. You know, everyone overindulges at Christmas. I still had Christmas, I just didn't overindulge. So it wasn't like a total. But it is this time of year. You know, everyone else has finished for the year. They'll start it in the new year. You know, it's cold. There's bugs flying around. It's just a nightmare at the time to have a fight and to prepare a fight. But you know, we got through it. We've sparred the best people that we can. Bree Wright, Paige Murray, I think her name is, and Cindy and Gamba, which we believe that them main people are, and sorry, Dakota as well. So we believe that they've got covered every single base that the best version of Mikaela can bring.
You've often been clamouring for big fights. I know you've been on this run now, winning world title after world title, but Mikaela Mayer falls into that bracket of a big fight. How pleased are you that you'll manage to get this fight over the line, so it's something to get your teeth into, to sort of add to your legacy for what you've started to create?
Yeah, I think when you look at the Katie Taylors and the Chantel Camerons of our generation and the Serranos, when you're talking about legacy, you know, they've beaten people in that top 10 pound for pound list. And I think to cement legacy, you have to do that. And Mikaela's one of them people in that list. And yeah, once I've done with her, then we look at other people in the list. Mm-hmm. And they're the people that secure your legacy, fighting the best that is around at the time. And we're fortunate, or I'm fortunate enough to be in a weight category where, you know, it's diverse, where I can go up and go down and fight them people.
Is that what makes sort of the women's side of this game a little bit special? The fact that, obviously, Mikaela's fought at them lower weights as well, but you're all seemingly willing to risk moving up, down in order to make these big fights happen. Yeah,
I think so. And if you look at us, like, stature-wise, like, you know, apart from maybe Savannah Clarissa, like, we're very similar. I mean, Mikaela's obviously tall, but it's not like you know, Callum Smith fighting Liam Smith. There's a huge difference in just like 2 or 3 weight divisions. The women are very, very similar in size, and you know, so it makes it that easier to go up and go down because, like, yeah, it was the same kind of thing.
There's not really any, I would say, beef between you two. It's not built off that. This is built off you two. You know, Mikaela, former unified world champion. You currently world champion yourself. There was something on Twitter I saw which was funny regarding the cup. What do you make of that? Because when it was thrown out there, I thought there's no way these two are going to go at each other. Do you think that was just a little bit of mind games just to throw something out there? Maybe.
I think she's going to keep coming with stuff. She threw the 3 minutes out. But you know, my response every time is genuine. It's not to gain any advantage, and it's just one of them things that's a design flaw because the stuff's designed for men predominantly. So, you know, I had a smaller cup when I first started, and my band of me shorts would go over the cup, so it ends up with short eye. Then I got a bigger one thinking that it'd stay there, but they've got like flaps on the hips, which obviously designed for men's straight hips, but I'm a female who's got curved hips, so it just rides above my hips. It's just one of them things. So that's why I put the reply tweet out showing all other fighters. Clarissa, I think I showed Brackhouse, Katie Taylor, and somebody else do it with the same problem, because it's not just a me issue. She's trying to make out like I'm trying to gain some advantage by doing it, but it happens to a lot of women because of just the design of the equipment that we use.
I watched the face-off where you two sat across from each other, and we mentioned respect and things like that, and she referenced, you know, I'm fighting someone with that amateur pedigree, and you said the same. how do you see this fight terms playing out? I know you're not going to give me any game plan away because you're not gonna. But do you see this being a bit of a chess match? You two like sort of sizing each other up for the first couple, maybe, or is this going to catch fire? Give us a little inkling on what we can expect. I
don't know. I honestly don't know, and we'll be testing the waters both to see what the other's going to do. I don't think I can be a reactive fighter, or I can just go on the front foot. To be fair, the last few fights I've made a point of starting quick.
You've been chasing, haven't you?
Yeah, because it's cost me. It probably cost me the Terry Harper, and it definitely cost me Katie Taylor. So yeah, I've been trying to get out there and be proactive instead of trying to be reactive, which is probably normally how I would go about it. So yeah, that's it.
I feel like when everyone talks to you, I know because you're on this run at the minute with the world titles, you're getting the big fight, they're always talking about, do you have a plan in mind of when this all ends and when you do this, that and the other? But do you even look that far ahead? You've got this huge fight coming up in Liverpool, in your home city. You're getting all sort of, I feel like the credit that you've longed for in the sport and right now rightly deserved. But do you answer that honestly? Do you have that sort of thing in mind of, got a year left, I've got 2 years left, or is it literally, we'll see how this fight goes, see what I get offered, see if I fancy it, because there's still so many huge fights out there for you no matter what.
Yeah, I think you've just got to take it one fight at a time, but I do know that I haven't got longevity. It's not something that I'll be doing in 5 years time. I know if I can get the fights that I want, then within this year, then that'll probably be me done for the year, and be done in boxing. But I have to get them fights, and until I get them fights, there's like things that eat inside me.
You've achieved world championship status, credible amateur. Like I say, we mentioned the history books. You're in them. But say this year comes, you get certain fights in, but then the year after, Anfield opens up. There's going to be certain things that will, lure you back in, and they've always talked about putting on a show there, whether it be Liam, Callum, whoever. Now, you've been a big part of creating a culture, not just in women's boxing, but boxing itself, and Liverpool being the fighting city. Would that be something that could lure you back?
Oh, and Anfield definitely lures you back. You'd be stupid not to. Why not? I don't know what calibre of fight I'd be lured back into.
Would it matter? Would it matter?
No.
To walk out at Anfield.
To walk out at Anfield, yeah. That's probably the only thing that could lure me back. Yeah. Anfield or a Croke Park.
Croke Park for Katie Taylor?
Maybe.
Is that still on your list of things, things to do, genuinely? Because, when you talked about it, yeah, your list of ever-growing things, because, Katie, obviously, and Chantel, that fight's still being talked about, and we don't know yet, but they're wanting to do a big fight for Katie. If you got past, and I know you're not looking past her, Mikaela Mayer, do you throw yourself in the mix for that and say, look, let's go?
Listen, the only way that my name can even be in the conversation is to win against Maya, so that's what I've got to do. And so easily in boxing, we've seen doors close after one loss, so I've just got to keep winning, focus on the win, and then we'll see what options are there when we get there.
You got a message for your fans before we sign this off?
I appreciate you. I hope you had a good Christmas. And, as I've just said, this potentially may be the final chapter in the book. So hold tight, it's going to be the best.
Natasha Jonas, I appreciate your time. Thanks for talking at Boxing Social. All the best for the next week.
Thank you.
We need to think of a new advert for freebets.com.
Get your best betting offers from freebets.com.
Yeah, that'll do.
The following deals are now live.